can't tell me shit, little bitch, so don't bother. You fucked it off, I cut you off, now that's a done dollar. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a dog like Goddard. Quick to whip the stick and disappear like Harry Potter. He think he heating up, ain't that a bitch, cause I'm hotter. He ain't got no heart and he ain't got no honor. That guppy won't survive in the water with piranhas. Killers on my team with M16s like Uganda. Shooters on my left, that's gon' step at my leisure. I died and resurrected, bitch, but this is not Easter. I don't rap beef, little bitch, so this is not ether. I don't duck shit, but off the goose I might seek it. Two bad hoes, I think one was Puerto Rican. A sock up on the door, so don't come in, we not decent. I'm rocking when I'm rolling, Motorola always beeping. Pockets full of poses, rolling goated, straight chiefin'. 5-pack of the woods just to keep the stress managed. People taking shots and they be shocked, it's no damage. Tell all of the thoughts up on my jock, I don't have it. Can't argue with my bitch because she only speaking Spanish. I hit the switch and push the whip like it was in the way. You talking shit but ain't no shit, so you just in the way. I'm taking risks, I pray to God that I don't die today. The talk is cheap, I got the heat just like the young D-Wade. She thinking memes, I told the bitch that she don't know D-Wade. I think it schemes the next routine gon' take a business day. She ride the dick and work her hips like it's for fitness. Ayy, plead the fifth and suck this dick, you ain't got shit to say. People run they lips so they trip like some acid. I can't fit into this fake world, I ain't plastic. Roll the backwood up and have them pissed, I ain't passive. Never had my dad, I'm just a saucy young bastard. You can't tell me shit, little bitch, so don't bother. You fucked it off, I cut you off, now that's a done dollar. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a dog like Goddard. Quick to whip the stick and disappear like Harry Potter. He think he heating up, ain't that a bitch, cause I'm hotter. He ain't got no heart and he ain't got no honor. That guppy won't survive in the water with piranhas. Killers on my team with M16s like Uganda. Tell me shit, little bitch, so don't bother. You fucked it off, I cut you off, now that's a done dollar. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a dog like Goddard. Quick to whip the stick and disappear like Harry Potter. He think he heating up, ain't that a bitch, cause I'm hotter. He ain't got no heart and he ain't got no honor. That guppy won't survive in the water with piranhas. Killers on my team with M16s like Uganda. Shooters on my left, that's gon' step at my leisure. I died and resurrected, bitch, but this is not Easter. I don't rap beef, little bitch, so this is not ether. I don't duck shit, but off the goose I might seek it. Two bad hoes, I think one was Puerto Rican. A sock up on the door, so don't come in, we not decent. I'm rocking when I'm rolling, Motorola always beeping. Pockets full of poses, rolling goated, straight chiefin'. 5-pack of the woods just to keep the stress managed. People taking shots and they be shocked, it's no damage. Tell all of the thoughts up on my jock, I don't have it. Can't argue with my bitch because she only speaking Spanish. I hit the switch and push the whip like it was in the way. You talking shit but ain't no shit, so you just in the way. I'm taking risks, I pray to God that I don't die today. The talk is cheap, I got the heat just like the young D-Wade. She thinking memes, I told the bitch that she don't know D-Wade. I think it schemes the next routine gon' take a business day. She ride the dick and work her hips like it's for fitness. Ayy, plead the fifth and suck this dick, you ain't got shit to say. People run they lips so they trip like some acid. I can't fit into this fake world, I ain't plastic. Roll the backwood up and have them pissed, I ain't passive. Never had my dad, I'm just a saucy young bastard. You can't tell me shit, little bitch, so don't bother. You fucked it off, I cut you off, now that's a done dollar. Jimmy Neutron, I'm a dog like Goddard. Quick to whip the stick and disappear like Harry Potter. He think he heating up, ain't that a bitch, cause I'm hotter. He ain't got no heart and he ain't got no honor. That guppy won't survive in the water with piranhas. Killers on my team with M16s like Uganda.
Yo. What is good? What is good? Proto B1, J Nimbus here.
Yo, we back.
We are live, Local Artisan, best platform in the world, T.L.A Podcast, episode 83. I'll put us on camera right now. How is everybody doing? What is good? Like I said, hold on, let me grab my remote really quick. Like I said, Bow. Hello, you got me in this bitch. Yes, how you doing? Also got Jaden and Biss in this motherfucker.
What's today? Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday today. Yes.
Hump day.
Yeah, ooh, true that. Hump day, yes. Yeah, hump day, yes it is. So, today we're not really up here for too much, annual, back on the schedule, mainly for when it comes to the pod and us keeping up to date and keeping smooth to what we got to do, what we got to talk about, what's been going on in the music world and music culture. So, Dawn to 2.
Can come out.
I watched the show that he had. Yeah, I watched the performance. I streamed it on my Twitch. Yeah, it.
I didn't know that he had X on the song.
Mhm.
I think it was 2, and I was like, I thought that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's a whole unreleased thing that's going on with him.
Unreleased thing, and he shouted out his son too.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And I was like, that's shout out to Kanye. Shouting out X's son.
Which is dope, cause like
that was a dope thing to see. Cause that was the last thing I would expect Kanye to do, cause it's like not a lot of people, higher artists, got to see X rise to stardom because he died so young, like 24, 23, 24, and I know a lot of people had him on his radar, but they didn't get to actually work with him. The fact that Kanye, like, if he did get to work with him before he died, and then put it on the album, I was like, that's incredible. I was like, shout out to him. Shout out to
true.
Camp,
shout out. Hey, clap it up again. Shout out.
That was amazing. I was like, that brought joy to my heart to see that.
He's J Dude said talk louder. Shout out to J Dude that's in the chat.
Shout out to J Dude.
He said his ass said talk louder.
Talk louder. All right, I got you, bro. I got you. I'm not gonna scream in the mic, but I'm gonna talk louder.
But no, yeah. So I'm gonna go on Twitter as I normally do when we have the T.L.A Podcast here on the Local Artisan. And just to let y'all know early, I will not be doing an interview tomorrow because I was gonna do Tino either today or tomorrow, but he can't show up, so I have to reschedule for next week. Or maybe I might film it this weekend and post it next week so all y'all can see. But when it comes to that, like I said, I'm coming with more interviews. We're coming with more podcasts because like the interviews is like the main thing on the platform that I usually do. The pod is just something extra that I added on so we can come out with more content. Especially I have to start doing more interviews because Smitty is gone, so he's not doing his show as frequently anymore, really. Or I get all Smitty Night After Dark, yeah. So that's not really.
So that's not.
I mean, like, well,
you probably still talk to him.
No, yeah, I still talk me and Smitty definitely still cool. He just moved farther away, so. Whenever he comes here, whenever he wants to do a show, the door is still open for him to do an episode. But we are not going to be frequently doing them like that. No. So when it comes to that, I'm going to be just hammering out more interviews as I should be anyway, since that's the main shit I do on here. So I'm about to start having more people on here. I'm about to try to get more OnlyFans girls on here to interview and shit like that.
Hey, if you get more OnlyFans girls, I'm down to be.
I'm about to say, well, you going to do the camera and shit for me anyway. So, I already had one. You already know I had Ketia on here. So
Can I say one thing? Hey, shout out to all the MILFs and the Cougars out there.
You said
MILFs and the Cougars.
Okay.
MILFs needs love too, fam.
You said MILFs and the Cougars. I thought you said something else. I thought you said another word. But I thought you said Milton Cougars. I was like, wait, what? I was like, what the fuck? Milton Cougars.
Really,
I was like, but yeah, shout out. Yeah, but I was like, hey, shout out to them. Like, it
shout
is.
out to them. They need love too, man. You know what I'm saying? They got kids. Some of them had kids. They need some love too. You know what I'm saying?
True shit. You ain't wrong.
Shout out to them. That's all I want to say because you talk about OnlyFans.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. So like, I'm gonna try to have some more OnlyFans girls on here for all of us to see and see what they be on and shit and see what they be doing.
I do personally have questions for OnlyFans girls. You know what I'm saying? How like
What is a question? What, J-Dude, what is a question you got for these OnlyFans females, niggas? I mean, J Nimbus. What the fuck? I said J-Dude. I saw J-Dude's comment on the thing, and I just had J-Dude on the mind. And both of y'all shit start with J, so that shit's
like,
right. So
my question is just like the simple question. It's more business related. It's not like, who you fucking?
Well, you trying to fuck a girl on some OnlyFans? You trying to fuck a girl on OnlyFans?
No, I just want questions.
He trying to fuck. Hey, nah, he trying to fuck a bitch on this OnlyFans. That's what he's trying to do. That's what Jay Nimbus trying to do. This nigga trying to fuck on the OnlyFans. That's a bro. Just be honest, bro. It's cool, bro. It's cool if you want to fuck a bitch on the OnlyFans. There's nothing wrong with that.
Tattoos on my hands and my arms, so it's
you nothing to do to cover him up.
Yeah, you would know it's me.
Nothing to do to cover him up, my brother.
But I was just saying, I want to know. Like,
he said he want to be secretive and ass.
Okay, I want to be secretive. It's like,
so you fucking go to OnlyFans if you were secretive about it?
Maybe.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I think I fucked a girl on her OnlyFans once for one time, but I've known her for a super long time before that. So
to say I do or do not have pornos on Pornhub.
Oh no! Fuck all that.
I have the video equipment, so I've been asked before, but I'm not going to confirm these allegations. If you can find it, you can find it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm not denying or confirming that.
That ass. Oh, you are?
I didn't say I was, and I didn't say I didn't. It's up to you to decide. Just saying. But I want to talk to them about business expenses. Business talk, being an OnlyFans girl. What do they do? You know what I'm saying? How do they make their business as an OnlyFans girl profitable? Are they solo content creators? Are they do it with other people? Do they have a boyfriend they do it with? I want to ask those type of questions, get into the technical side of OnlyFans.
Okay.
We don't really hear that side of OnlyFans. We just see the outcomes, you know what I'm saying? Her doing some stuff on camera,
Mm-hmm.
I would want to see the other side, talk to her about stuff like that.
Okay, so you want to talk to her more about, I see you want to talk to her more about the business and shit. Yeah, that is true.
If I had some business advice for her, I'd give her that too, you know what I'm saying? If, like when the quarantine was going on, silhouette challenge, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shorty, you got this going on?
True.
Throw that OnlyFans, do a little clip.
He said, throw that OnlyFans.
Hey, I'm just saying, man.
Nah, that's crazy.
I'm just trying to give advice to help out when people got business going on. And if I've always wanted to learn about how the sex working goes, because we don't normally see how that goes in the real world type situations. That's all I want. I would just be asking those type of questions. You can't hate a nigga for wondering. Hold on. Oh,
my bad. The pad on your mic was hit. I don't get why it was hit. Now I can hear you better.
Oh, so
now
I'm good now? So I'm good now?
Yes. I don't get why the pad on his mic was low, chat. Good thing I did that before we got too long into this. But now keep talking now.
Okay, yeah, but basically I was saying it's like OnlyFans. I was like, I want to know their business acumen into what they do as a what they call a sex worker. I like to know that side. You know what I'm saying? If me or Pro Nobi have some business advice, we can give them some business advice. But I was like, I want to know how they run their operation, especially if they're a solo content.
Bro, most females ain't gonna give no fuck about hearing no advice from us, bro. Most females who do OnlyFans that make a lot of money are already gonna think they already know the plan anyway.
But I know what I'm saying, but I was
they're
like,
not gonna take it anyway.
They don't gotta take it serious. But I was like, I still give my 2 cents.
That's what I'm saying. When they take it seriously, they're not even gonna listen. So what's the point of even saying it?
I give my advice where it's needed. If you don't want to listen, that's on you.
But then that's just you talking. Like that's just you speaking something into the ether. Like
I spit it into the universe. If you don't want to take the message, that's on you. But I spit it to the universe. It's up to you to.
But that's what I'm saying. Why do it? Why do it to her? Why not just do it somewhere else in general? Like when it comes to certain females that I know that aren't gonna take advice, I'd rather spit this knowledge somewhere else where it's gonna be heard, needed, and taken in, other than discredited, not given a fuck about, and discarded.
I'm just saying, like, certain OnlyFans girls, you know what I'm saying? Some might be, like, I don't need to hear your advice.
I'm talking, and I'm only talking about the females that are making, like, a shit ton of money on it.
I'm
that
not talking about
ain't going to listen to nobody else telling them what to do when they already making a shit ton of money.
I'm talking about the ones that, like, yes, they have a decent amount of following, they're making money, but they're still down to listen to a person that knows.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a lot of females that are on OnlyFans.
It's not.
Especially when we're men, cisgender men who don't fucking, don't participate in OnlyFans, don't buy OnlyFans, and don't date girls or be serious with girls who have them.
And speaking of OnlyFans, there are leaks. So
I'm already knowing.
I looked up.
Niggas have been leaking OnlyFans since fucking 2019.
I was like, if you want me to buy your OnlyFans, you got to persuade me highly, and I don't buy porn.
Bro, no, I don't buy OnlyFans, and I hate when it's funny. Like you get certain girls that when you try to talk to them at first, especially over social media, you try to talk to them, and it's like, what is it? It's mainly, in the sense of, let's say if it was a girl that I saw attractive on Facebook and I sent her a message and I say, hey, she says, hey, like I like just like basic conversation, like what's up, like how how are you type shit. And she hits me with the she either says some shit like, hey, you know what you should do? And then you be like, what? And then she sends you a link to OnlyFans. I'm like, bro, nah, bro. Like, you're already, like, kind of leading with this our first time talking.
Especially if you're first time talking.
Fuck all that, G. I'm not doing that.
I have a question for you because I've heard this before. If you talk to a girl and you find out she has an OnlyFans, is it a deal breaker?
Yes, because that means she had to keep it a secret from me. Now, if it's a girl, me talking to her, and I already know she has one, that means I obviously don't care. Because I'm going into me talking to you already knowing that you're an OnlyFans girl. But I'm talking, that's if I'm going to take you serious.
That's what I'm talking. I don't mean like what you said. I'm talking like you just start talking to her and she's like, yes, I have an OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, no, I'm done.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'll fuck you, but I'm not gonna date. I'm not gonna be like, making my girlfriend.
That's what I asked. And then now comes this question two. For me, what I asked, like, what kind of content are you creating?
Mostly when it comes to women on OnlyFans, they're making sexual content.
That's the
majority of females on OnlyFans.
Sexual is that's already on the table. It's the type of sexual content. Are you by yourself?
It's sexual content, period. I don't care.
Are you by yourself? Or are you with other people? And like that's what you don't care.
If a little kid can fucking sneak on the OnlyFans and like, cause you got to think of the long term thing about this shit, bro. And I might sound misogynistic or whatever the fuck ever, but when it comes to that, bro, okay, like say you did marry a girl that was an OnlyFans sex worker, right? You have a son or a daughter, and then they grow up to go to school, and then at this school, heavy bullying is going on to the point where your kid is now getting bullied, and they're using your wife's OnlyFans as bait for bullying your child.
That's one of the reasons I asked you, because of one of the podcasts that I follow called the Comedy Trap House. They had this same question and they said the exact same thing.
Because it always comes down to that.
Either like, what about my kids? And it's like, what my kids see? Kids are bullies. Kids are fucking horrendous. And like you see a kid talking about, your mama look good. I'm trying to do your mama.
If anybody remembers Halloween 1. Michael Myers, the time of the movie when they showed him in school, because the kid that he killed while he was a little kid in school was the kid from Spy Kids. He played,
really?
Yeah, he played.
You're not talking about Juno. The main two, the boy
and his sister. Yeah,
I think his name is Juno. I might be wrong.
Well, yeah. Well, when it comes to that, he also was in one of the Halloween movies when it came to playing Michael Myers.
Really, I did not know
he
that.
wasn't playing Michael Myers.
He was in the movie.
He was in the movie, yeah. He was antagonizing the kid. He was bullying the kid by having a picture of his mom, who was a stripper, on a poster that was around the town that he grabbed off the wall. And he said he pulled out, took out the picture and like put it in his face. He's like, yeah, I can pay. You want to see me pay $5 to fuck your mom and fuck her tits and shit like that? And bro, but this nigga followed that nigga home on the path.
I didn't know that.
That nigga killed his ass.
I did not know that. Like that was.
Yeah, bro, and like all that shit caused her mom to kill herself. like causes them to kill herself at some point in the movie. But here, hold on. My bad, chat. Hold on. I'm usually prepared, but I wasn't prepared today. I'm sorry.
Shit happens, y'all. Shit happens. Y'all favorite podcasts have hiccups too, so just know that.
Okay, I had to find something. But yeah, when it comes to that, like I was saying, right? When it comes to that, it's always, because I'm a futurist. You always gotta think long term in the future, bro. Like, because that's why parents were always big on, like, don't make me look stupid. Don't make the family look stupid. Don't make me look stupid out there hanging out with your friends and shit like that. Because it's all an image thing. Your family's image and shit like that it holds a lot of merit, especially when it comes to you being some type of influencer, celebrity, or high value in whatever you do. Like, your like name and what you bring to it and shit like that holds a lot of weight. So,
but for me, I feel it depends on what you do. Now, like you said, being an influencer, being all this other stuff. If you're in Hollywood and doing roles, stuff like that, yes, your significant other should not be doing that shit. Because that makes you look bad to other people that are going to give you potential roles and potential.
I mean,
money.
that's also in regular business. I mean, shit. That's why girls with OnlyFans can't get regular jobs, because especially in high business places, because those places are gonna look her up, and if they see her selling nudes, they're gonna fight. They're not gonna hire her. I've known about multiple girls that make OnlyFans while they have regular day jobs, and they get fired from those regular day jobs because they're showing sexual and naked content on the internet. Yeah, like that anybody can buy. So what do you think that business wants to like have that person working in their business to bring that image to them? No.
But I also feel it depends on what they do in the business. So say if they're a higher up person.
No, bro, it doesn't matter, bro. I'm literally saying it doesn't matter, bro. You can even be working the cash register, and if your manager knows that you have an OnlyFans and you're selling nude content on there, they have the right to fire you.
They have the right.
So yeah, and they mainly do. Like I said, I know so many females that lost their jobs over doing shit like that.
They may have,
because they tried to make some quick money.
But I feel like they may have the right, but you know, if
well, any business has the right. If I don't want, if you are doing something that I don't deem that should be right, I'm not gonna have you work in my business. I'm gonna let you go. If I find out you were doing meth, if I find out you were a meth head and that you were working in my business, I'm firing you. But it is. But like, I don't want a meth head working at my business.
I agree with that. But what I was gonna say is, like, what if they was an ex meth head, ex OnlyFans person? Do you still have the right to fire them?
What do you mean ex? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
they don't do that anymore. It's still there, I mean, yeah, because you upload it on the internet.
Whoever owns that business can choose to keep or to fire whoever. So even if I do find it and it was past shit, I can still fire you if I want to, because like I said, female, like a lot of people don't understand, that kind of shit catches up to you. If it doesn't matter if you used to do that shit, I can still have the right to fire you if I want to. That's why most felons don't get jobs. That's why most places are now starting to do that. Even if you are a felon, we will still hire you. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I really like.
Well, the felon thing and the OnlyFans is.
What do you mean? It's kind. I'm not trying to compare it to that. I'm just saying that
it's kind of the same thing.
It's both a past. A felon, it has a past, and sex workers have a past. If I own a business, a Fortune $5 million business,
J-Do said Hooters might let it.
Okay, exactly, because Hooters. Yeah, she has to find jobs that fit her when she sexual drive or sexual market value. When it comes to that, like most girls who do OnlyFans get sexual, like not like sexual demeaning jobs, like working at sex shops or Hooters. Somewhere that they use their body to make most of their money.
And you know, most of these sex
stripping.
These sex workers, they have their own business outside of their sex work, so they don't have to.
What is that? What is that?
Something their own business.
Like who?
Their own, like I said, their own business. They are selling something that they can sell outside of this sex working. They might be a porn star, but they might be a streamer. They might
but that's what I'm saying. You're talking that you're saying something that. Yeah, that's true, but that's not the majority of females who do sex work. The majority of females who do sex work just do sex work. They don't do something else.
But I'm talking about the smart ones.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying. That's not the majority of who we're talking
Okay, I
about.
guess
That's a
what you're saying.
small. That's a small minority.
The ones that actually know business. Those are the ones I want to talk about.
And not even that. A lot of the girls that do sex work that stream don't even really do sex work. They might post pictures of them like in minimum clothing, but like that's not really sex work. But when it comes to, because I follow a couple girls like that who stream but don't show like their bare pussy on fucking OnlyFans.
I follow a couple people like
or
that
on Twitter or something like that.
because I've just seen like,
but they're not sex workers.
Yeah,
they are
like,
streamers who just post sexy pictures.
Pictures
like,
on OnlyFans. Like,
shit, even Sonic Fox is gay and he's a furry and he posts a lot of his furry shit on Twitter. But he's one of the most top combat fighting gamers in the world. Like,
and that goes with one of the female streamers that I follow. Hey, I'm B, and she is not a sex worker, but she reads the camera OnlyFans. Is just her posting sexy, just.
Is she naked on her OnlyFans?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's just her trying to sell some pictures.
Exactly.
She has the right to do that. I don't count that as sex work.
I don't count that as sex work either. It's just like
Well, I mean, even though in the eye of the world that is
considered sex work, but it's not at the same time.
You're showing off your body in a sexual demeanor. So when it comes to that, it's sex work regardless. But we don't have to count it as that.
I don't count it as, but it's
now if I can pay $6 and see you fully naked and see you fingering yourself and singing another nigga fuck you, then yeah, that's a
whole different story.
That's completely different.
That's a whole different story. Like that's a story we weren't going to talk about. I was just talking about sex work and your content and what it really entitles of what the person you are. Because like you could be a sex worker and just I'll post me in bikinis and sexy.
You count that as sex work?
No, I was just what they call it. You know what I'm saying? As the norm.
Who are you talking about as they?
The people that look at their content. The world.
Horny ass dudes?
I say the world.
Mainly horny ass dudes buy OnlyFans. The world, everyone in the world doesn't buy OnlyFans. That's mainly a lot of horny dudes that buy sexual shit on OnlyFans because they want to see girls naked for a cheap price. That's how that works. That's why a lot of these OnlyFans girls or girls that work in sex work. That's why you see so many females gravitating into it so fast because it's quick money. It's quick legal money. I say so. Like it's literally.
That's another thing you got. It's quick legal money.
Well, I just said that. So yeah,
but
when it comes to that, that's why so many girls go to it because it's a quick way to make $1, and all I have to do is just take a picture naked and just post it on a website, and then I make thousands of dollars. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to that simple, but like I said, a lot of females who do that don't see the future repercussions that could come with that.
Of you, like,
that's why you don't see a lot of dudes doing it.
Because when you say the career, when you're trying to get a career, it kind of.
When you try to get a career that's based on you getting a job that someone else is giving you, yes, that's
it
what
holds you back because like they look at your past and be like, oh,
exactly.
You did OnlyFans and it's like, we don't want this coming back on our company.
It's just a G Fuel.
I'll take one.
But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, it's like it reflects back on our company, and we might not want that on our company because it might reflect negatively.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Like there, but like I was just saying, or I agree with you with saying, just most people don't think of the long term repercussions of what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I need money right now to do this, that, and the third. So it's like, yeah, I'm finna make this OnlyFans. I'm finna be doing this to myself or putting myself out there like that to get some quick money. But there's like, 5-10 years down the line, I'm trying to get this serious job, and they're like, I can't get it because something I did in the past. Because I was on the internet, you know what I'm saying, having sexual interactions with myself, or with another person.
Or just posting explicit sexual content, period.
And then that too, like posting.
Like, that's what I'm saying. So when it comes to that, content. That's what I'm saying, like, anybody that has a business has the right to fire you and not hire you, and they have the right because
it's their own business. But like I said before, the smart
people get mad at that or dumb.
The smart people that do OnlyFans, they have their own business created through that content because they know They really
What do you
can't
mean by business created through that content? Like, what do you mean by that?
Because, like, say if a person, male or female, makes a OnlyFans, they build up a community. They can take that community and move that community to wherever they want to do because they have their own content that people.
I mean, technically, once you make a OnlyFans and you make a high margin amount of money, it technically becomes a business at that point already. So you already have one. Your business is sex work. So,
but like they can
make additional businesses. Yeah, that's what most people do.
That's what I'm saying. Like they can take that.
Yeah, most sex workers don't create additional income avenues other than just the sex work because they get they get so much money so fast they don't care about in the future if this dies down or if this website gets taken down at some point that I'm not gonna be making the same amount of money, then I'm gonna have to do something else. That's why it's like the same thing with rappers. A lot of people say that rappers are dumb because they go broke so fast because they spend all their money and don't try to make more. That's why a lot of the smart ones that do make businesses other than just having to do with rap. Like Tyler, for instance, that nigga started off with clothes because obviously you had to make merch for Odd Future, but then he was making his own shit with Golf LaFleur, and then he was also doing Golf Wang shit, and then he started making like couches and stuff like that, started making furniture, and then he started doing like bikes and stuff like that. He started getting into other avenues of just creation to make him more money and also expand his artistry.
And that's
music.
And that's what I'm saying. With like, especially with like certain sex workers goes back in the rapping, and it's like if you know that this is a business, you're going to treat it like business. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to do this, and this is going to be my only stream of income. You're going to learn to do more because you know that this can end at any moment.
Exactly.
So you're going to be like, yeah, okay, I'm doing this right now, but I eventually have 2, 3, 4 means down the line that I'm eventually going to work on. And that's what most people don't understand, no matter what they do. Because once you eventually get into
I say just scoot up more.
Scoot up more.
Yeah, if you're gonna lean back, just scoot up more so you're not far away from the mic. Right. Yeah, there you go.
Right there. All right, because like if you're doing something and you like sex work, rapping, you know it's like this might fall off eventually. So you need to know I need to do this, and this to keep my whatever I'm doing afloat. I need to be making merch. I need to be, talking with other people. I need to be doing this. You need to put your hands in multiple baskets because if you're doing one thing, you're not going to be long staying your career to be successful no matter what you do, whether it's sex work, whether it's rapping, whether it's an entrepreneur, whether it's anything.
You can keep talking. I just want to make sure our levels are good.
I take a smoke break real quick.
No, you're good. But no, you are right though when it comes to that. Just people just need to be weary, man. Like you just got to understand that in the future, shit can come back to bite you in the ass.
Especially if you're doing one thing at a time. It's like that one thing can dry up, and then what are you gonna do at once it dries up?
So like I said, a lot of people just don't understand that they gotta be. Just knowing about the future, man. Just make sure that you look out for the family that you want in the future, especially if you do want family in the future, like your own kids and shit like that. Just make sure you look out for your own well-being, and keep your name good and clean, so no bullshit happen to you and shit, or people come and judge you.
Like you said with kids, like that's one thing I really wanted to talk about because I know people, which I've had a problem since I've been 26, 27. I'm 29 now, and I was like, I've had a problem with people. They have kids, and like, they'll just treat their kids as like a dilemma. You know what I'm saying? They won't be prepared to have them live a better life than they live. They'll just put them in the same cycle that they were in, and I was like, that's to me. I've saw people do that, and I was like, that's a problem. I personally don't like that because it's like. If you're having a kid, you should always want them to be better than you. So you should set them up to be better than you. Now, if you're just having a kid just to have a kid, that's not setting your kid up to be great. You're setting up to be in the same cycle that they that you're already in, and they're not going to grow to be better. They're not going to grow to be the best person they are. They're just going to grow to keep the same cycle that's going on that we always see. And I was like, I personally don't like that type of shit, because we should always have, truthfully, the next generation of your offspring to be better than you originally were. Like, you should want your child to be better than you were. Like, that child should be better than the person that you were when you were their age. You should want them when they're 27, 26 to be that better person. They should be doing more shit that you were doing. They should be making adventures. But it also goes into the person that has a child. They should be ready to instill these things to make them better at a certain age, which most people don't do. They don't instill them things. And it's like, yo, if you, is that Siri?
No, yeah, I don't get why she's.
Siri, we're not talking to you right now. Calm down, Siri. Calm down. But it's like, if you have a child and you want them to be great, you should be like, instilling that type of shit that you wanted, that you couldn't even, you might not be able to do at their age, but you're learning to keep learning with them to make them better, a better person, a stronger person. You know, when they have their own family at your age, that like their kids are going to be hitting the ground running.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. When it comes to that, I think that you should want to treat your kids how they deserve to be treated, because the way you treat your kids is how they're gonna end up being treated. How they're gonna treat people in the future. So
kids are still people, and like for me, growing up, you know, you're '90s babies too. You know, we you know how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about shit. We keep it raps. You know what I'm saying? Black family. It's like we don't talk about the type of shit, but like that type of shit don't work in the long run. You should like, hey yo, tell your kids it's like, this is what not supposed to do. If you feel this type of way, you can come talk to me. Like, like that makes you a better person and helps you grow in the long run. Because like I've learned from personal experiences, if you don't talk to that type of situation, it can affect your mental state. And
true,
when you're grown, like you think this is okay, you think that you should treat people this way, or you think this is how I should always feel, because I was never told that, yo, you can say I feel sad or I feel this way or we should do this. Like, we're just not, most people, not just black, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people are just taught that keep that shit inside, and we're not supposed to talk about that shit.
No, that is true. But even though you are right about that, I'm happy that a lot more people in the new generation are trying to teach on and instill in, like, going to therapy, talking about your emotions, getting out your inner thoughts and stuff like that, because that kind of shit really is important, especially when it comes to the youth nowadays, because that, I feel like that's what ends up leading to a lot of violence amongst just people, period. Is just like keeping in your emotions and never being able to talk to somebody about how you feel and what you're thinking on and stuff like that. But you are right. I'm very happy that people are starting to get more away from that and shit like that. And people that's having kids nowadays are also starting to get away from keeping their emotions in and bottled up and not being able to express them
and like
and shit like that. So
that type of shit, we see that in rap, especially now, because like you see people growing up violent, not talking about.
I mean, but actually, that's the thing though. Like, we in our it wasn't until our generation that we got like the emo hop wave, and even some acid hop stuff was like more emotional type of hip hop than what we grew up hearing. Even with Lil Wayne, he started trying to make love music and stuff like that, trying to get more emotional and stuff like that for the ladies and shit. And then we got Drake. Drake is like the...
And then we clowned Drake for years for being that, you know what I'm saying, that song.
Clowned Drake for years, but yet we were still listening to his music and making him number one. So the clowning doesn't matter at that point. Yeah, we clown people being big at some point. We even clown J. Cole and Kendrick for something. That's what I'm saying, but when it comes to Drake, that nigga was ruling the game for 10 plus years. And that nigga was making so much emotional music. And then during his reign of hip hop, we also started getting like acid hop and shit like that. We were also getting the emo wave, the emo hop wave and shit like that. who can I say was Rex X got into like Juice WRLD was a part of the emo hop wave. You got Hurt Everybody was a little bit. He got into it after all the Rowdy Boy stuff.
But he was more of like the rock rap.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying.
At first,
he was a Rowdy Boy at first.
Yeah.
He was making a lot of like gang headbang shit, and then he got into incorporating rock and stuff after he met Denzel Curry and all them, and then he started getting into the slow melodic singing, emotional shit. Started getting into more singing and guitar shit. And I was saying, like, even he also got into the emo hop wave at one point. And then you had Young Lean doing some emo shit. Travis Scott even did some like little emo sounding vaporwave stuff at a little bit of time. Post Malone was doing his little bit of like emotional sounding stuff.
But like I say, emo, like damn near 90% of the rappers have all did some like emo soft trash shit. You don't think it's 90?
No, who? Name me 5 rappers besides the one I just said that did emo shit, like emotional sad boy shit.
I wouldn't call it emotional.
Well, that's what it is. Sad boy shit is emo shit. It's emotional music. It's emotional hip hop.
Let me see. Let me do.
Besides, besides the people I just named off, because they're a part of that community.
I said Jay-Z did something. Maybe who else? Kanye definitely did some emo sad shit.
You said what?
Jay-Z, Kanye. You already said Wayne.
Okay.
Who else we got?
I really wouldn't say Kanye and Jay-Z because
I give you Jay-Z, but why not Kanye?
Because the type of sound that I'm saying. Because there's only like a few songs by Lil Wayne that I would say that, because in the sense of emo shit, it's anything. It's like,
so what's your sense of emo?
Like slow melodic emotional stuff. Like,
but
How to Love. That's
808s and Heartbreaks,
shit.
Wasn't it? Emo?
You're talking about a whole album. Like when it comes to that, he still gave it a certain cadence that
Heartless wasn't like an emo song. Why could you be so heartless? Yeah, that wasn't an emo song.
Because it's you still got, you can still like. I mean, well, I guess you can still do the same thing with Juice WRLD. So,
because I feel like Juice WRLD, like that type of style was the same
that one song. I still wouldn't. Okay, well, we are talking about people that have dabbled in it. So I guess that is him.
Runaway.
Yeah, I know.
The heart, like I'm kind of
like, it's just like those are just like such like those are like those have more artistry into.
But I can still consider them emo. Like I don't really have much, but I say Kanye has taken the emo style and made it superstardom.
No,
Wait, see, let me finish.
I say Drake did.
Drake did, but I said the way that Kanye did it was more like. I feel more people would say
that's why I don't count it emo shit, because there was more artistry into him doing it.
And that's the question. That's the
when
question.
It came to Runaway, when it came to Runaway, that kind of shit was like
asking. It's like this artistry.
Well, that's what I was answering. That was saying like when it comes to the artistry of Kanye, I don't count those as emo. I don't count that as emo music. I don't put that on the same level as How to Love. Like that, no, on a run away from me, baby. Like that's completely different. Like, or on the sense of hearing Lean World by Young Lean, like no, like I'm not putting that on the scale as Runaway when it comes to emo. Like on the sense of me saying emo, like emo hop shit, no, because I wouldn't, because when X came out with the you don't want me. Like when he came out with that shit, that's emo boy shit. I won't put that on the same realm as Kanye. Like it's Kanye's Runaway or even Love Lockdown. Like not even that shit. Like that has too much artistry to it for me to even put it in that category. I just call that hip hop. I just call that shit hip hop. Period.
Question, you said too much artistry. There's too much artistry take away from the emo shit.
No, there's too much artistry from Kanye.
But
Kanye has too much artistry in himself for me to not
So Kanye, you saying Kanye can never do an emo song?
No, I'm not. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying when it comes to Kanye's artistry, when it comes to those songs that you just named off, I don't count those as emo hip hop. I count that as just hip hop because Kanye was showing off his artistry in the music video and making those songs. That's just that's not sad boy shit when it comes to me hearing some sad boy Travis Scott or some sad boy Young Lean or How to Love from Lil Wayne or Drake at that point.
So what you keep saying Drake? What does Drake have that he can make emo songs that Kanye can't do?
I mean, well, first of all, let's establish that just because I'm saying that Kanye possibly can't make an emo song, that's bad. I'd say that's good at his point because I'm classifying Kanye shit as just hip hop. I wouldn't call the songs that you just named off emo shit. 'Cause that's just hip hop to me. Because it's Kanye. Now with Drake, he came out as kind of like a sad boy artist because he was making all the love girl shit. That's what I mean.
And niggas didn't respect his lyric, his.
Well, that has nothing to do with it. 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 I'm just talking about when it comes to Drake making. But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm talking about when it comes to Drake making music for women.
Yes.
Songs for women.
Yes.
That's emo boy shit because you're making emotional music for the women to gravitate to.
But is that emo boy shit because you make songs for women?
Yes, that's literally what I just said. Yes, it is.
But I feel like that's R&B.
No, he wasn't an R&B artist. He's a
rapper. But you're making a song for women.
He's a rapper. It is.
For me,
he's making sad boy. He's making emotional boy shit for the females. But You the Best was emotional sad boy song because he's rapping about loving a girl.
With a trash video, I'm putting on that.
It was back in the 2000s, in the early 2000s.
And if you guys didn't know, Kanye directed that video too. If you didn't know that
video wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
But it was,
especially when it comes to one of Drake's first hitting videos. That was not bad.
I just
and that you gotta understand that video also came out when we were probably in middle school. You were in middle school and I was in grade school.
No, I was in.
You were not in high school when that video came out.
I was in Upward Bound when that came out.
So you were in middle school.
I was in high school. Upward Bound is a high school thing, and I remember watching that video
when it first came out.
We all watched it.
How old are you?
29.
Oh damn! So now
I was in high school.
You're a whole 4 years older than me.
Because I remember I was the college.
You were a freshman.
Freshman or sophomore? Cause
so you because you could.
I saw it in high school.
You should have been a freshman because I didn't hear that until we were having sock hops in middle school, and that
was because I remember watching that video. Because in Upper Brown we used to get to stay at the college, and all the guys we used to get to we watched it together. And I remember that whole situation. We was talking about all the girls. And I was like, damn, playing basketball, they in the leotards. We was like, oh, man, Shorty got caked. You know what I'm saying? High school kids, you say it's high school shit. I remember that exact moment. So I was like, I was at least in high school, at least.
Okay, so even with that, right? You got it in the sense of, well, no, you're technically 5 because you're about to turn 30 this year. So, well, no, because I'm about to turn 26. So, okay, yeah. So, when it comes to that, yeah, Drake came out with music at first that appealed to women. That's why a whole bunch of females got into him. That's why he blew up so hard. And that's why Drake is the light-skinned lover boy.
All right.
That's why. So when
certified
it comes to that,
lover boy.
And see, and that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
That he's doing
album?
so many. You said what?
Wasn't that his last album?
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
But it makes sense though.
Yeah.
You know,
so that was because when he was first coming out, that all the shit that we got was a lot of sad boy shit. Kanye, I
wouldn't say it's all sad boy shit because
obviously it wasn't all sad boy shit, but the majority of it was sad boy stuff. Take Care was majority sad boy music. Even Nothing was the same as majority sad boy shit because that was one of my favorite albums. So Far Gone was definitely mainly sad boy shit, even though he had some.
Really?
Yeah, nigga. What are you talking about? So Far Gone really had a kid grabbing a heart on the cover of the shit. I
don't remember that one.
He had a decent amount of slow tracks on there.
J Dude is the Drake fan, super Drake fan. I wish you could hear give me the all runs, cause I swear so
me
far.
and him already talked about this.
So Far Gone was not. I don't feel like.
I'm not calling So Far Gone a sad boy album. I'm just saying most of the songs that were on there was like slow melodic sad boy shit. Yeah, he had some hard rapping shit on there to show what he could do, but it was like
of the hard rap shit like he did with Wayne. That's probably what I'm thinking of.
I mean, he had that time too, you know,
where he can rap with Wayne. That's probably what I'm thinking of. But I don't know fully Drake's catalog and all the songs he's done, so I can't fully give that. You know, he was full lover boy, sad emo type of rap or music.
Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure. All right, but yeah, just scoot closer up more to the table. All right, there you go. Yeah, now
it's better.
Yeah,
now it's better. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure it's in front of your mouth. Like
that's
you can have it like a little bit away and shit like that.
That's how I've been the whole time, though.
It's just some of these mics are kind of like iffy sometimes when it comes to the distance on them. When it comes to, that's what I'm saying. Like I am just saying the songs you named off. Runaway, anything off of 808s or Heartbreaks, I just count that hip hop. Now, if we get into anything recent from Kanye, he has came out with sad boy shit. Yes.
What would you call his new shit sad boy? Cause I don't consider new Kanye sad
the shit he came out about Kim. He made a song with for Kim and his family. That's technically sad boy shit. Technically, by technicalities of what we're calling sad boy shit, that is an emotional song.
What's
emo
the
music,
between
emo
sad
hip hop,
boy and R&B?
because it's hip hop. I'm talking about emo hop. Like emo hop is the emotional hip hop. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's what it's a subgenre of hip hop. That's say like how niggas are making mumble rap as a subgenre of hip hop and shit like that.
Okay.
All of these are subgenres.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, all of these are subgenres. Like
some of that shit, I was like, might technically put that in R&B section. That's like, so
you can't because they're rapping and R&B is singing.
But you know what I'm saying. I've heard some R&B rap. Like you said, that's a sub genre.
Who?
Chris Brown definitely.
I would say that's a lot. Wait, what?
I've heard songs. I just don't know the name of them.
You're going to have to show me them songs because
emo hop that he's made, I'm going to have to hear. We're going to come back and I'm going to get some Chris Brown songs. And then people that listen to Chris Brown.
Because I listen to a lot of Chris Brown and I don't name anything him rapping, but like having it being emotional, like sad boy rap. Like I don't.
Well, I wasn't saying sad boy.
But that's what we're talking about.
I was just saying like rap and
But
R&B.
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Don't bring up R&B because that wouldn't be R&B at that point. That would be sad boy rap.
That's what I was saying. I thought we would like.
That's not what that is. If Chris Brown raps and it's emotional or something like that, it's sad boy hip hop. It's not R&B rap. That would fall into the category what we're talking about.
That's why I was clarifying because you said subgenres.
The sad boy emo hop is a subgenre of hip hop. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. So when it comes to Chris Brown doing anything that's him rapping but it's sad boy rap, that's emo hip hop. That's emo hop. That's what it would be categorized. That's what we're talking about. It wouldn't be R&B rap. It would fall into exactly what we're talking about because that's what Drake is. He's a sad boy rapper. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so when it comes to that, if Chris Brown would do anything rapping and it would be sad boy, we would put that in the same category. And despite any other rapper that would do that, we put them in that category.
So let's make a list. Who are the sad boy rappers?
So are we talking about rappers recently that have made some sad boy tracks, or just predominantly sad boy artists?
Predominantly sad
Kid
boy. Kid Cudi. I definitely.
He's the king. He's the one that started it. He's the one that started emo hop. Because all the emo hop artists said that Kid Cudi was their main inspiration. Travis Scott said that. Young Lena said that. X has said that. Supa said that. Fucking even Drake has said Kid Cudi's gave him a little bit of inspiration to make his shit.
So I say Cudi's number one.
Then Drake. Predominantly a lot of his music is sad boy shit. So
yeah, I get that. So Drake probably. Drake's two.
Yeah, there's not really that many.
There's not many, but they're like
because like there's not really a lot of them that's
predominantly like that type
like
of
emo
style.
rappers. Like there was this kid that came out that looked like fucking Deku that fucking came out a while back that didn't really have that good a time. What Juice World?
I give him
Juice
number
World 3.
I give him 3. What you call X?
No.
Why not X?
Because he died. He went into it. He didn't start off. He's not a predominantly like that now. That nigga was making beat your ass music at first. Like,
but he transitioned into his.
But that still wasn't predominantly what he was coming out with. He was still coming out with like the wavy mumble swag rap shit.
But it wasn't near as much halfway through his career. He was more of that.
What are you talking about?
Like his last 3 shit. Like
his last 3 albums.
Albums and
they weren't predominantly sad boy shit. No, because he was still coming out with a lot of the swag rap shit. Like he was still coming out with a lot of that shit.
I wouldn't call it swag rap because
that's what it is. That's kind of what it is. Like that's like this swag mumble rap shit.
I got a question because you call it swag rap. He was
like the swag mumble rap shit. Yeah.
He was coming out with different like genres of music. Would you call that swag rap?
Because why would you call that swag rap if it's a different genre of music?
Because it's like you saying that he was doing that shit, and I don't believe that because like you say,
It's a Vibe song. That's literally what that is.
The Question Mark album,
even the song he made with Lil Nas. The Question Mark album, he had a lot of songs like that on because that's the song that also had him and Maddox on there.
And he had a lot of different types. He had some Jamaican shit.
Okay, but again, don't have me say just because he had some songs on there. I'm not saying it was predominantly swag rap. He had some swag rap on there. He had some emotional shit on there. He had some rock shit on there. And I was like, he dabbled it. He started getting multi-genre later on in his career. When he first came out,
I know that he was like that.
When he first came out, he was making rowdy boy shit because he was a gang affiliated at that time. He was making shit that he would beat niggas' asses to. Exactly. The Fucked Up song that him and Ski Mask came out with, that was when he was early in his career. That's when he was making all that shit.
I'm not talking about that time.
Okay, but that's what we're talking. But that's what I'm trying to bring into when we're talking about the topic. That's why I'm not adding X into this category. When Kid Cudi first came out, he was coming out with emo boy shit when he first came out. Man on the Moon 1 was all emo boy shit when it first came out.
Okay,
when X first came out with his first body of music, he was making rowdy boy shit.
He was like,
because he was a rowdy ass nigga.
Because I'm finna punch you in the face if I see you, type shit.
Exactly. So you're catching what I'm putting down.
But
that's why I'm not putting him into that because I don't count you eventually going into it. Juice WRLD came out like that because I listened to his SoundCloud shit.
So what is the SoundCloud shit?
When These Girls All the Same, that came out during his SoundCloud era. That was all sad boy shit he was coming out with. All the him taking drugs, wanting to die, that falls into sad boy shit.
So his first video with
I'm not talking about like first videos. Like I'm talking about when he was coming out with SoundCloud music. That was his first body of music he was coming out with. That was a lot of sad boy shit.
But like that video was like sad boy shit to me personally.
Okay, so that even adds to my point.
That's what I was saying. Is like so he was. That's what I was just clarifying. He was already on that. And shit.
that's why I don't put X into that because Juice WRLD was on that when he first came out. X eventually got into it because he had a mind process change later on in his life, which a lot of most niggas do that put them into that category of music at that point. X became multi-genre. He didn't become a sad boy. He became multi-genre at that point. That's why people loved him so much as an artist because he was doing a whole bunch of different avenue of stuff.
I give you that.
Juice WRLD was incorporating a lot of the sad boy shit into the rock stuff later. Like he tried to do that later on in his career.
Because X became calmer in his later career. He was starting to become calmer, and I give you that.
I mean, not even that. He just the swag rap stuff. You can still go crazy, but aspect of performing it. Like
I'm not saying like the rap, like his personality just became a calmer person. Like he was just
because he went through different stages of being X.
He's going through different stages.
Because at that point he was Indigo X, and Indigo X was like doing charity shit, and he was doing like he was Forehead Tree X when he painted his hair white and got the forehead tree tattoo.
I'm talking about the X that after the X.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because with the Denzel Curry interview when he explained XXXTentacion, he had a whole bunch of different stages. The last stage was Indigo X. That's when he had blue hair.
Blue
That's when he
hair. That's
died.
the X I'm
The one
talking
before
about.
that was when he
The
had
white
the,
hair,
when
he shaved off his eyebrows.
Yeah, and he
had
first got the tree tattoo. That's when that girl died in that hotel room.
Jocelyn Flores.
Yeah, that's when he went through all that shit, that emotional shit. He apologized for everything. He apologized for beating his girlfriend up. He apologized for doing all that shit. And that's what I'm saying. And then when Indigo X happened, he started getting into a lot of the charity work. He started doing a whole bunch of stuff in his community. He tried to. He started communicating with more underground artists, trying to blow them up and stuff like that. So when it came to that, it just made sense to him trying to grow and change himself. But but that's why I'm saying again why I don't put him in that category, because he didn't start off like that. I'm bringing up people in this category that started like that and who went like that throughout. That's why we said Kid Cudi, Drake, Juice WRLD, and I'm trying to think. That's why I'm not putting X in that. I'm trying to think of some more.
That's what I'm saying. X is out the category. X, he's not in there. But like we got 3. And I got the people that you're saying.
Frank Ocean, because he did dabble into rap a little bit.
Really?
And,
I want to put Frank in, but I don't believe
But he was
Frank.
an R&B artist, so I can't
put Frank in there, though.
I can't put him in there either.
Even though I would like to, but I can't do that.
I can't do it either. Damn, there's not really that many.
There's not, like I was saying, like people that actually started on that sad boy shit.
Yeah, so like 3. You're like 3 or 4.
Like there's not many that actually started and kept it going. There's only like a handful.
So I mean, well, like, what are you trying to argue here?
No, I'm just agreeing with what you were saying.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I really can't think of any.
That's why people started
3,
dabbling into it.
But like the 3 that the name, like I can't really think of any others. You know what I'm saying? Like that actually started
because even
sad
Young
boy
Lean,
shit.
Yeah, because Young Lean got into sad boy shit. So did Travis Scott, but that's not what they first started off with. Like that's why I'm also not putting them into this category, because they dabbled into it. That's exactly why I didn't put X into it. I'm trying to think, but. I also don't put Tyler into that shit, even though he was making a lot of shit
started
about
off with Bastard and all the other songs.
That was with Odd Future Volume 1. He was making slow rap emo shit about like
he didn't start that shit though. Even though he did it, he didn't start.
But that's what I'm saying. Odd Future Volume 1 was his first body of music that he came out with when it came to him and his group coming out. He was making emo shit on there because he was rapping a lot about his dad, girls, and people not fucking with him. But he also was doing a lot of rage shit during that time too. So when it came to him, he was multi-genre, and that's the reason why I'm not putting him in there either. But God damn it, I'm trying to think, y'all.
I can't think of anybody else besides those 3, because it's like to start off.
Okay, a lot of y'all don't know who this is, but there's this kid named Holiday that blew up. That's the Holiday that's really big right now. He is heavy into the emo hip hop wave and shit like that. But a lot of y'all don't know him. But he's like a new nigga that's blowing up right now. 6 Dogs, who I was really heavy with, was a part of oh yeah, 6 Dogs, yeah, because he was blowing up during the start of Juice WRLD blowing up too. So 6 Dogs is heavy in there, so I would definitely put 6 Dogs in there. Rest in peace. So we got 4. We got 4. Yeah, I'm not gonna count anything Fat Nick or Puya made. Not even Suicide Boys or Ghostman or any of them type of niggas,
because they made that rock shit.
That's not really even rock shit. That's the Rowdy Boy stuff. That's what rock shit. That's not rock shit. Because X didn't incorporate the rock shit until after he had the life switch. So when it comes to
Suicide Boys, I'm talking about Suicide Boys.
But that's what I'm saying. X and Suicide Boys and all them came around at the same time. That's when the Rowdy Rave was blowing up.
Okay.
They're Rowdy Boy niggas. The same thing with Ghostman. Those are all Rowdy Boy niggas because they were all making the same type of music. Denzel Curry is a Rowdy Boy nigga. He was making Rowdy Boy shit when he was first coming out. Because I heard all the SoundCloud stuff when he was first coming out. All Rowdy Boy shit. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with Superboy. Superboy was making Rowdy Boy shit when he was first coming out. A lot of the Rowdy Boy wave was after the emo boy wave blew up. So after the emo boy wave blew up, niggas got tired of that and wanted to get back into rowdy shit. And that's when a lot of rowdy niggas started coming out and started doing a whole bunch of mosh pits at shows. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that had its time and shit like that, too. So I would say when it came to that, I can only name like 4. That's really it. It's really 4.
If y'all guys got
if y'all got any more, say in the comments.
like let us know, cause like for me,
I don't know.
I've only had 3. He added another one like the.
Six Dogs came out like years ago, and he blew up very heavily during his time, and he predominantly made sad boy music, so that's why I put him in that.
Because I was like, if you think of an artist that started with the sad boy wave and kept it going, like there's not a lot of artists that started with it and kept it going. Most of them like incorporated into their career later on.
That's why that's exactly the reason why I didn't name certain artists. Oh my god. But yeah, so when it comes to like that shit, but that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these subcultures of hip hop were made to keep everybody afloat. The Migos were very big in the mumble rap community, but they were the biggest in that community, and that kept them popping. And eventually, they stopped mumbling in a lot of their shit, and to the point where you can actually fully understand them. That same thing happened to Young Thug. Young Thug started off with the mumble rap shit, and then he ended up blowing up, and then he ended up venturing into actually being able to understand them.
Like Future blew up in the strip clubs.
Future blew up off of singing though. That's the thing about Future.
He
ended up venturing into the hard rap shit.
He did, but he started out. People started to know him because of.
Oh wow! See that, but I can't put Future into the sad boy shit either because he started. Future started off with R&B.
You can't put a Future in the fucking sad boy.
And I'm not. That's what I'm not at all. If any of y'all really know Future started off as an R&B artist.
He did,
and then ventured off into the rap scene.
I remember
which
that.
is fucking crazy.
I remember
because if y'all remember, turn off the lights, nigga.
He said,
I'm looking for.
Future. I forgot. You reminded me. Future was a R&B artist at first, fam. Hey.
That's crazy, bro.
Future used to have them songs, man. He got a couple songs, man. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now, but I know he had a couple.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I say like I can't put Future into that either.
I couldn't put him into.
Future did dabble into the emo hip hop.
He did have a lot of. He had some sad boy songs.
Start off like that. That nigga started off as a soul, like an R&B nigga. That's how he was making a lot of his money. That nigga made his money in the R&B game at first, and then ventured into hip hop, and then took that shit over.
And then like,
bro, that shit's crazy, bro.
The first song that he really got popping, what was it? I can't think of the song.
It was Turn Off the Lights. Turn Off the Lights was the first R&B song that he made that got popping.
No, I'm talking about rap song. Not R&B.
That was
when he first started. It was
oh my fucking god, there were so many.
It wasn't shit.
No.
It was before shit.
It would have to be a mainstream song, like
it was a mainstream song, and it became a remix that everybody did.
It definitely was not You Ain't Even Know It because he was rapping before that.
No, I don't think
it also was not the song he made with Lil Wayne.
It was by himself that everybody hopped on the remix.
Oh my god, I really want to hear that song right now. I don't know what song you talking about.
You know the song
I'm talking about that's also was not the first time he started rapping. Because Future was like By the World by him and Lil Wayne.
I know.
What you think we out here working for? I just wanna buy the world.
I gotta look.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro.
Future, it was.
Look up Future's first popping rap record.
First
popping rap record.
Popping rap record.
Rap single, I guess you could say. I
know this. I know the song. I just don't remember what it was. I could see it in my head. Because it was early. Because it was 106 in Park Days.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was one of them songs. This is before his dreads got long. His dreads were still probably ear length. And it was early in his day. I just can't remember. Same damn time.
At the same damn time.
That was one of
that was
the
the
first
first
songs
one. That
that
was the
really
first one,
blew him
yeah.
up. Rap song. That was the first one, and then everybody hopped on a remix.
That's crazy.
That was the one.
bro.
Same damn time. Future blew
What?
up after that song. Like for real, for real.
That's wild.
Yes.
I forgot all about that
Yeah,
shit.
it was at the same
That's
damn time, and then everybody
wild.
having a remix to that song.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the one. Hey, shout out to Future.
Shout out to Future, man.
He's
Like
a-
that man definitely is taking over. He took over. Like he didn't really take over hard in the R&B community, but he did blow up. But that nigga did blow up in two genres that nigga flourished like a motherfucker in both, which was crazy.
And on top of that,
shout
out to Future. He
man.
has this album with Drake.
which did numbers.
And like, who else can say they have an album with Drake? Who else
mean,
can say that?
Isn't there another artist that does?
Who? Not off the top of my head. That did numbers like what was the album's name? I don't remember the album.
Well, and that was more in the favor of Drake than it was for Future.
Still,
Because
I'm on the album. I'm on the album.
Uzi has an album with Future.
But he ain't got an album with Drake.
But that's what I'm saying. Future's technically a bigger star than Drake at that point. So that was more in favor of Drake than it was Future. That I'm pretty sure Drake asked Future to get on that album than Future asking Drake.
Really?
Yes, because he was popping way before Drake started his career.
You talking about the
Future was popping like how
Jumpman? I'm talking about the Jumpman one.
Yeah, okay, bro. Like I said, when it comes to Drake and Future, at that point, Future's name has already been established for multiple years longer than Drake has. Future was popping in R&B before he went into hip hop. That was way before Drake started his career.
You're talking about the album that came out around like 2015.
Okay, I'm talking about Future. Forget about the album right now. I'm talking about Future. How big Future's name was before Drake started his career was already big and established. Yes, Drake had his time of being the big honcho on the street, but when it comes to that album, I'm more likely positive that Drake asked Future to get on it. Because Future had 4 years of dominating the hip hop game that everybody was talking about Drake more than Future. So when it came to that, Drake had to compete, so he just asked him, if you can't beat him, join them. So you might as well just ask the nigga to get on the album. Hey, Future, you trying to do an album? Yeah, sure. That's why it was so big that Uzi got one with Future. That's why their names blew up at that same point.
I feel like it's 50-50. I don't believe that Drake was like, hey, yo, Future, and you want to hop on the album. I just don't believe it was 100% Future.
Yes, bro.
I don't believe it.
Yes, bro.
Drake
definitely asked Future to get on that album, bro.
I don't believe it.
Drake definitely asked.
Don't believe it at all.
If you don't, you're tripping, bro.
I might be tripping. I might be hard-headed.
Because Future could have easily declined that bitch, and then Drake
but
would have had to
Future
come out
wouldn't
with
have, because
another
it's
solo
Drake.
album.
It is Drake.
Okay, but that's the thing. That's why I keep saying that Drake asked Future to get on it. I'm pretty sure Drake threw Future a bag to get on this album, bro. Because Future didn't need no album during that point. He was already selling out tours. It didn't really matter. That's what I'm saying. Future's name was... During Drake's reign, Future had 4 years of topping Drake at that point. That's why Drake asked Future to get on that album. Because what was the album that Future had after that album came out? Because that goes on both of their repertoires, not just one.
It does.
Okay, so when it comes to that, give me another album that came out that Future had after that.
Was Evolve after that or before that?
The one with the ET head touching the kid's face?
No, that's
Or was that Young Thug's album?
No, that's Future. It's what's his other producer? Esco. That was with him and Esco. I believe Evolve. Evolve's the one with the flower. Like EVOL. That might have been before his album or the Jumpman album. I don't remember if that was before or not.
Yeah, bro. DS2 didn't that come out after Drake and Future's album?
I swear DS2 came out.
And yeah, bro, if you look on Future's discography, that album is not on Future's repertoire. So that even goes to show you that Drake asked Future to get on it. Because if that's predominantly that's Drake's album, that means he asked Future to get on it. He asked Future to get on his album. That's not on his discography.
At all.
No, because all the rest of that shit is all old albums. The rest of this shit is all old albums.
All right, you proved your point.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Your point.
Exactly the reason why I bet, and that also goes to show you that Lil Uzi's album is not on Future's repertoire. So that also means that Uzi asked Future to get on his album, so which proves also my point. Because we all know who Future is. We all know how big that nigga's name is in the hip hop community because of how long he's been relevant. He's been relevant since I was in middle school. That's over 10 years. That's longer than Drake's even been in the rap game.
He ain't no Gucci, though.
Well, obviously, nobody's a Gucci man. That's what
I
I'm saying.
was just talking shit.
But that's what I'm saying. But you're talking about a nigga who was popping before Future was. Gucci was popping before Future got in the game.
I was just talking shit. I give Future
that's Future's big homie is Gucci man. They were they come from the same place.
Yeah, I give Future his respect. You proved that like he's been in the game.
You disrespecting Future name out here, boy. What the fuck, nigga?
I'm not disrespecting Future.
What
I
the
fuck
fuck?
with Future. I'm just being the devil's advocate, and I'm just trying to give.
And Hendrix came out after Drake and his album with Drake, and that album didn't even. And that album, I swear, did the same number as the Drake album that he did.
Shout out
because
to Future,
High Off
man.
Life also did big ass numbers, and that was a big ass album that everybody was talking about.
Shout out to Future though, man. He's been doing his thing.
Trying to disrespect Future's
I'm
name
not
like that, boy.
disrespecting Future. I would never
that's
disrespect
Mr. Turn Off the Lights.
Hendrix.
You better respect that nigga name right.
I fuck with Future. He has some of my favorite songs. I was just being devil's advocate and just saying, you know what I'm saying? What if, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't the one making the moves? That's all I was saying. You know what I'm saying? You got to give the other side of the spectrum.
If he wasn't the one making the moves, what are you talking about?
If he was on Drake's album, that's what I was just giving the opposite.
He was
side.
on Drake's album.
I'm just saying I was giving the opposite side. What if he wasn't the one doing it? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was on Drake's album. He was asked to be on Drake's album. He was asked to be on Lil Uzi shit. What if he wasn't? That's all I'm saying. What if
Future doesn't do albums like that. He doesn't do collab albums on his own shit. He doesn't do that.
I know he don't.
He's actually never done that.
I know
for
he
his
don't.
own repertoire of music. He's never done a collab album.
Niggas have said,
and that's exactly the reason why people want him to be on his shit.
Niggas have said that it's like niggas would make a remix and his verse would still be the same because he's like, I don't need to change my shit. I'm just saying on the opposite spectrum.
And you know the reason why you say he doesn't need to change his shit? Because he knows his shit's been working for the last almost 20 years.
Exactly.
Don't fix what's not broken.
I understand that. I understand that. I understand that.
What we talking about, bro? Come on.
I'm just giving the opposite side of the spectrum, being devil's advocate and just.
Well, there's no point in playing devil's advocate if there's no point to. Like, you only play devil's advocate when you can see that the person could be in those shoes.
I like to start conversations about what if.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I would say only do that when there's a valid point to do it. When it comes to a person that
we was talking about Future and Drake, so that was a valid argument.
No, it's not, because Future, like I said, Future doesn't do that. Future has never done that.
Artist wise.
We're talking
artist wise. That's what Future and Drake.
Well, duh. We can only talk about them artist-wise. We can't talk about them any other light. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So when it comes to that, Future has never done a collab album for his own repertoire of music. Now, if he's done that previously, then we could put him in that shoe of probably him asking Drake, because he's had receipts of him making music and him making collab albums and asking other artists. Another artist to be on the collab album with him, but Future doesn't do that because Future's not that artist, because he can stand by himself, because we've seen that for over 20 years.
It's really 20 years?
Yes, nigga. Drake's been popping for 10. Future's been popping for more than 10.
Fact check that. I just want to know: is it really been 20? Has it really been 20 years that Future's been popping?
No, I'm not saying it's exactly 20 years. I'm saying it's probably coming up to close to being 20 years. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Future was popping before Drake came out. Drake's been ruling the rap game for 10 years.
Who did I figure out first?
Drake came out when I was 15. I'm 25 now. That's 10 years.
But did I know?
And Drake was ruling the game when he first came out.
But I was like, did I know Future in middle school?
Yes, I did. I knew Future before Drake came out. I knew about Future's name before Drake came out.
I don't know if I know it because it's like 4 years
It
old.
doesn't matter if you knew it.
It
He
don't
was
matter.
popping regardless, so it don't matter.
I'm just-
Future's name was popping regardless, so it
I
don't
just
matter.
want to know when he came out. Did I at least know about him when I was in middle school? It was at least 4 years.
Oh well, if you're asking yourself that question, then all
Yeah,
right.
that's what I was asking myself. That
I'm about to say,
question.
cause the fact you know him was irrelevant. He was popping regardless.
He's popping regardless. I was like, if I knew him in middle school, like he was over Drake. That's all I was just trying to ask that question. But yeah, you right. I give you your respect in what you were saying. I was just playing devil's advocate to start arguing.
See, I know, but I was saying like I would say when it comes to playing devil's advocate, there's no reason to when that person's never been looked at or thought about in those shoes. There's only
So
you
Drake
can only really
never
play
been-
devil's advocate if that person has been seen in those shoes before.
So Drake hasn't been seeing them shoes.
No, Future hasn't.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, it's like Future has not.
I thought we was talking
Future
about Drake.
has not. Drake has because he's done it. It is.
That's why I asked. Are we talking about Drake? I was like,
No, we're talking about Future.
I was like, that's what I'm about to say. You
We've been talking
tripping?
about Future the whole time.
I was like,
It
you
is.
tripping? But yeah,
We've been talking about Future the whole time.
I agree. I agree with you. With
Yeah,
your
bro. Like
Future
Future,
comment.
like, because Future is one of the like kingpins of our generation when it comes to his artistry. Like, that's why nobody really fucks with that nigga, like, or like tries to fuck with him on the sense of his art because that nigga's one of the top in his game of what he does. So it's like he has it. Like, you know, we all know he has it. That's why people want to get collab albums with him. Like, nigga, when That's It came out with Lil Uzi and Future, everybody was eating the fuck up out that song. Like, everyone was loving that shit. Even the new shit that Drake and Future ended up doing, everyone loved that shit.
And Jumpman was the biggest song.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but even with the new shit that Drake and Future came out with, like the
They came out with some new shit.
And then, like, I forgot the. They definitely came out with recent shit recently.
Like recently. Oh, the
Drake and Future definitely came out with recent shit.
the video. I forgot about that shit.
Of them them working at the grocery store and shit. And then
I thought it was a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, they were working at multiple places.
Yeah, but that shit. I forgot about that shit.
That came out recently.
That blew up too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to that, Drake keeps asking Future to get on these things because Drake knows what Future can do when they both get on something.
But if it's like, shout out to Drake for being a good businessman though.
Well, he's just smart. Like, the same thing with Uzi. Uzi was smart too to do it because Uzi knew that the noise that they would make if he got Future on the album with him.
That's good business too.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a good business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already fuck with this nigga and he's popping. Like, let's do a song together. It's gonna blow both of us up even more. So that's what I'm saying. Like, shout out to them for knowing good business.
Well, Drake wasn't thinking like that.
You don't think so?
He wasn't thinking that this nigga's popping right now. Let me get him on an album. No, he's thinking that this is legendary Future, and it would be crazy if we got on the album together. He's not thinking of him as another nigga, and it's like, no. Drake knows who Future is and know that that's legendary Future, and that's who that nigga is. So he's gonna get it. He wants to get him on the album. It's the same thing with Uzi. Uzi's like, damn, bro, that's Future. That'd be crazy if I got Future on the album for how long he's been in the game and how like the numbers he's been doing. Like, nobody thinks of Future as the nigga who's just popping right now. So let me get him on. No, Future is that nigga, and we all know that. It's like everybody knows that. Even Kanye know that. Like,
I
Kanye,
just feel like with Drake being Jewish, he knows, and the people in his team, he knows good business moves.
what the fuck does being Jewish got to do with it?
Because Jewish people know good business moves.
Okay, all right. First of all, yo, chill out.
Chill
Him
out,
being
too.
Jewish has nothing to do with it.
He got good people on his team.
But that doesn't mean that they're Jewish. Like the people on that's just him having good marketing people on his team. They're good business people. Period. That doesn't mean that they're Jewish. Like, most of his people on his team aren't Jewish. His family is Jewish. That doesn't mean that his family's on his team.
I feel like he has good people that might be Jewish. We don't know, but I feel like
you're holding a race of people to how smart they are. Like, and that's wild, kind of. So like, them being Jewish is besides the point. Drake is just smart in the avenue that he is in because you have to be at that point. It's no different than what Uzi's doing. We're not going to call Uzi Jewish because he asked Future to get on the album because he's smart at business. No. Like, like that's kind of wild. So it's like, so when it comes to that, I'm not even. I didn't even think about him being Jewish at all. That's completely out of my mind thought process.
Are we gonna
He's
put that to the
just
side? He's smart.
I'm not even gonna bring that up to the. I'm not even gonna put that to the side because that's not even gonna be brought up. And it's like I'm not even thinking about that. He's just smart regardless because he knows what kind of game he's in. There's so many other people that have done that in the game that have brought legends on their albums to help to boost their names. That's how that works. That is business. Period. And I was like, that's the rap game. Period. That's why people want collab albums.
I give you that. And
I was like nobody's looking at Future as just a poppin' nigga of right now. It's like, no, that's not. Nah, G, you are tripping.
I never said
that's
that.
like saying that about Drake right now. You're tripping. And it's like, boy, nigga. Nah, nigga.
I never said that.
It's like you're wild to say that about Drake right now. If you say that about Drake, you're fucking crazy. And it's like that nigga's been ruining the rap game for a decade plus.
I thought it was damn near 15 years.
No, it hasn't been 15 years.
I thought it was going on 15.
No, because like I said, Drake came out when I was 15, and I'm 25 now, so it's like 10 going on 11. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, like, yeah, he's been ruining it for a decade, but niggas was definitely popping before Drake came into the rap game. Like, the Future name was already established before Drake came out.
Like I said, I give you that. I will give you that. I will give you that.
Damn. Okay, hour 25. That's not bad.
25. It's not bad.
But here, I'm gonna bring up some other shit that for either tomorrow, if I decide to do another pod, or next week, we're gonna end up bringing up.
You look up. I need to use the bathroom. I've been holding it.
All right, here. All right, Charlie, you have to get off me, buddy. Okay, here. So let me go on Twitter to tell you. All right, so Justin, Kim Kardashian wins divorce from Kanye West after Kanye hired Dr. Dre's ex-wife's lawyer at the last minute. Oh my God, Kanye. Let's see if I can find anything else. Usher confesses he would have dated Aaliyah and that Monica was. I don't know what else was that about. I guess Kodak just came out with something. Yup, Kodak just came out with a new video. Wow. It's funny. Exactly. See, again, Future being on this because we all know who Future is, bro. But okay. Is there a Drake album on here? Bro, there's not even a Drake album on here. Exactly my point. Not even Uzi's on here. Yeah, that's crazy. Dreamfield Festival is going to be happening in the next couple weeks, I think. Dreamfield Festival 2020 is going to be happening soon. Chloe Bailey just came out with a new video, so shout out to her. Always love it when Chloe Bailey comes out with new stuff. Jimmy Fox doing voice impressions of Kermit the Frog on a podcast, so go check that out. That was pretty funny. From finding your cheerleaders to dreaming bolder than you. Before Tyler Creator gave the Converse All-Star community some of his best tips to Creator. All right, shout out to Tyler. He was just in another interview for Converse. Shout out to him.
Oh, I saw that clip.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, shout out to him for having all that, for having that goodness coming out. The Baby and Young Boys album that's about to come out is about to hit Spotify on Friday, so go check that out when it comes out. That's gonna be pretty dope to see. Happy birthday to Method Man. Happy birthday, Method Man. Shout out to you.
Happy birthday, Method Man. Happy born day.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, that's mainly a lot of what there is to wrap up. I'd say rest in peace to everybody that's losing their lives and all this Ukraine, Russia shit that's happening right now.
Yeah, shout out to Ukraine, man. They're holding it down.
Yeah, they are. I would also say shout out to Rihanna. She is having a beautiful time with this baby bump. She is looking amazing right now. Her and A$AP Rocky are.
Shout out to Rakim.
I think I count A$AP Rocky and Rihanna being our generation's Beyonce and Jay-Z. When it comes to a rapper and like a singer / like hip hop artist getting together, having a baby, Like like
Yeah,
it's like that new Jay-Z Beyonce power couple of our generation that we're getting.
I agree because
Like-
you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z, he was big, but you know what I'm saying, when he got Beyonce.
And Rocky and Brooklyn nigga, so yeah, that also count. Yeah,
It wasn't
right
Jay-Z
there.
Brooklyn nigga
Exactly,
too?
and that's exactly what I'm saying. That
Yep,
we got another Brooklyn nigga coming with another popping female
Another
singer slash
queen,
hip hop artist.
Another
Exactly.
queen, you know what I'm saying, and like she's
Another and now their marriage is gonna have them both being in that $1 billion bracket. So shout out to them.
they're
being
both
so-
gonna blow up from this. You know what I'm saying?
See, and again, right there, we get another couple of our generation that's worth $1 billion, just like how Jay-Z and Beyonce was.
Hey,
So
hey,
right there.
Shout out to Rakim and Rihanna.
Shout out. So yeah, clap it up again. Yeah, shout out.
Clap it up.
Shout out for them.
Is
Shout out for
Rihanna
them.
her
Yeah.
real name, or is it
I
like
don't
a
know.
stage name?
Maybe.
Because I was just know
Hey Siri, what is Rihanna's real name? Rihanna's her middle name. Her name is Robin Rihanna Fenty. Oh, so Fenty is her last name, and that's the name of her line.
Rakim
so
and Robin.
that's-
Shout out to Rakim and Robin.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, shout out.
Double R.
Yeah, that's
Double
true,
R
that's
like
true.
the Royce.
Yeah, so
Hey,
when it comes to
double-
that, beautiful baby, your baby gonna come out beautiful, man. Y'all
Do
gonna have
they
a
know what
beautiful
they're
baby.
having? Like, is it?
I don't think they know what they're having yet.
I don't think they told the public yet.
Yeah, no. So when
They
it comes
probably
to that,
know, but they probably not gonna say anything.
I don't want them to, so I want to know.
Because I want to be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's a boy or girl, they're gonna grow up to be just like.
Yeah,
North.
true.
North on Blue Ivy.
Yeah, they're
like
gonna be
Blue.
greatness just like how their parents were to come.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say shout out to them, but also shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming through to Local Artisan, the best platform in the world. This is T.L.A Podcast, episode 83. I said 83 the last episode, but this one is 83. The last one was 82. So yeah, this was 83. I'm gonna be uploading these two podcasts, the last one and this one, up to Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Pocket Podcast, and Stitcher, and Audio Mac. Even though fuck Audio Mac, we're gonna be doing that. Shout out Agent. I'm gonna be uploading all that, so all the audio listeners, shout out to all of y'all for keeping us heavy on those platforms. Also on Anchor, shout out to Anchor and shit like that. But yeah, we're gonna be posting. I'm gonna upload all those shits like that, and we're gonna be getting it pushing back on the audio stuff. You got something to say?
Just know you're gonna see more of my face and hear more of my
yeah,
voice.
he's gonna be doing the camera and stuff like that too. Like
if
that.
I'm not behind the camera, you'll hear my voice. Just know that.
If he's not behind the camera, he's gonna be on the podcast with me like this. So that shows some.
So you're gonna see
like
more
that.
of me, whether you like it
Yeah.
or not. So you better get used to me.
Yeah, so when it comes to that, if I do have another person taking this seat right here, because he's not always going to be right here, he will be working the camera and the audio, but he's also going to have a camera for him too and the
Just
mic
call
for
me
him.
the audio producer.
Yeah, exactly. So when it comes to that, and I'm going to have headphones for him to listen to all the audio to make sure everybody's audio is good and shit like that. So, yeah. So other than that, thank y'all for coming through. Local Artisan, best platform in the world, and shit.
Yo, deuces.
Yeah, we love y'all. Peace out, y'all. Deuces. Love y'all.